I had an excellent life in Hawaii, and then a very good life in Claremont at Harvey-Mudd College with people who are very kind and friendly to us. And we did a lot with friends in Claremont, especially with Louise and Graydon Bell. And then the Harvey-Mudd president and his wife were very good to us too. And we gave them some money when they bought their second house, and she planted a fruit tree. And when they got fruits on it, she brought the plum jam for me. The Harvey-Mudd president's wife made that. So, and I became friends with every one of the president and the president's wife at Harvey-Mudd College. So the Harvey-Mudd president, Joe Platt, Jean Platt, were very good to us. And then who else was there? The Bakers were here, and she recently passed away. I used to go shopping with Vivian Baker to some of the dress outlet stores. And Vivian took me and another woman to Hilda Larson to the outlet store. So I miss Vivian Baker also. And I didn't do anything with Jean Strauss, the next president's wife. And now Maria Clave is there. So, but we had a good life in Claremont.
What was the happiest moment of your life?
What was the happiest moment? When we had children and grandchildren. Is the happiest moment when we had grandchildren. We have 3 grandchildren: Emily, Adam, and Bryce. I guess I should say Bryce first, because Emily, Bryce, and Adam.
What kind of traditions do you hope to pass on to your children and grandchildren?
Traditions. Well, the tradition to have some Japanese food, which we enjoy. Mm-hmm. So whether it's eating rice with unagi or sukiyaki. When we think of Japanese food, would be sukiyaki and unagi. Mm-hmm. Sashimi.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What else? And we also enjoy Chinese food. Maybe a few Korean food, kalbi. And we like Vietnamese food too.
Yeah.
Maybe some Thai food.
Just all the food.
We like different foods. Anything, any food, we all enjoy it. Even, we can't forget Mexican food. When we lived in England, we said, what do you miss? We said, Mexican food, no tacos and enchiladas. So Miss went to London to a meeting, and he found some tortillas in a can. That was about 40 years ago. No fresh tortillas, but he found some in a can. But later when we went to England, we found that supermarkets had everything from fresh bean sprouts and Chinese cabbage. They have everything there now.
What was it like living in England?
Oh, it was fun. And they had, we were surprised that they had a lot of pizzas in England.
Really?
After living in Italy, they had pizzas in England. But the first time we went there, they said, "Oh, you have to try the hamburgers in England." So it was awful.
Really? How was traveling in Europe, especially with having kids and everything?
Oh, well, when I think of, with Keith, when he was 9, 10 years old, it was good. He, especially Keith, enjoyed it. And he would tell us where to go. He would look up, oh, there's a restaurant here. There's a bed and breakfast. There's a, what's that, this hotel. What type of hotel? With swimming pool. Keith would find this. But it was good when the children were with us. It was fun.
Yeah. And had you ever been to Europe before?
We went another time without them later too.
Yeah, but that was
Yeah.
your first time
No.
when you went for the year?
Yeah, but Mitch went a number of times to meetings.
Yeah.
And I went to some of the meetings. We did go to Portugal and Porto and Lisbon.
Yeah.
Mm.
When was the first time you went to Japan?
When was it? Oh, the first time I went to Japan, I think, was with my parents. And that was good because we got to see our relatives.
How old were you?
I was grown. I wasn't very young. I was married already.
Mm-hmm.
And I left the rest home and went by myself with my parents. And I think Sherry went with us. And we visited all our relatives in Hiroshima and Osaka. We saw our cousins. And then in Tokyo, I have a cousin there too. So,
Was it how you imagined it?
what?
Was it how you imagined it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because this is really post-war, but maybe my Mitch have mentioned when his cousins went to visit, and his grandmother was there in Japan right after the atomic bomb. It's very different. Also, I learned that my cousin, one died in Hiroshima after the atomic bomb, but later they all recovered very well. I visit my relatives in Hiroshima several places and had very nice meals with them. They try to think, because we're from America, they want to serve food that we would eat in America. We wanted things that they would ordinarily eat,
Yeah.
But it was good. Some place they did serve us regular Japanese food,
Yeah.
but we did have to sit on the floor, Not one place we did have a dining table, but some we sat on the floor.
And you were able to speak Japanese with them?
Oh yes, because we all grew up with the Japanese language. And some of them are better because they're older and learned Japanese more than I did.
Yeah. And all your siblings went?
Mm-hmm. And what's that? My brother Charlie Fumito went to interpreter school. So
So he spoke
Mm.
good Japanese.
and he could write, and although she I think writes better than I do Japanese, and I because my mother, she reads English but she enjoys reading Japanese, so I occasionally try to write Japanese, my simple Japanese.
Yeah.
I could do that in hiragana.
Yeah.
So, and she really, I think, appreciated that.
Yeah.
But it was not. She came to live with us for 6 months to give my sister May a break. She lived with my sister, and then so I had her for 6 months in California, and then she went to 6 months in the Midwest, in Chicago and St. Louis.
Yeah. 6 months each?
No, not in St. Louis. She was for a short period in St. Louis and more
In Chicago.
in Chicago, because there are more things for the Japanese people in Chicago
Okay.
than St. Louis.
Yeah. How was that, having her live?
Was good. We were fortunate at that time. There several Japanese ladies were living in Claremont. The Sahara, Jane Sahara, invited us for dinner. Jane and Kanji and Nagaka Lawrence in Pomona. She was widowed, but she liked to have people over to her house, so she would have us over for tea. And she once made Japanese, it has rice and azuki. It's called oahagi. And she made, and my mother really enjoyed it. Yeah. And she made sushi on that. So she moved to Simi Valley, where her son lives now. Nagako is not there. Jane Sahara passed away, but Lynn volunteers at the Japanese center where they have the elderly in near her place, and Pauline Sakata, who's near 100 years old, and mentioned Jane, her daughter, but Jane passed away, and Pauline is almost 100 years old. So
Wow.
Lynn sees her once a week.
Wow.
Yeah. So
How old was your mother when she came to stay?
she was about 90 years old. 90, I think 90 or 91 years old. And then she went, as I said, from my house to St. Louis and Chicago.
Yeah.
And then went back to Hawaii. She wanted to remain in California or Chicago. But my sister Chi and myself felt she would be more happy in Hawaii because the climate is better,
Yeah.
and maybe they can get the Japanese food more readily.
Yeah.
Of course, you can buy it in Chicago too, and in California. But she was no problem in taking her everywhere. We took her, to visit. All our friends at that time were living. Dot Lee was living. We took her to Encino, where another family, formerly from Kauai, had a party. We came home from Pasadena to Claremont, let her take her nap, afternoon nap.
So was she sick or she was
No,
fine?
she was fine.
Yeah.
But she needed an afternoon little nap. So I told her, take a nap. And then we changed her clothes again and took her all the way to Encino.
Yeah.
And she enjoyed it. Oh, that was a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we took her, at that time, we also had Christmas parties with our group of friends. When you were a baby, we had a party at our house. And we took her to Yoshikani's, and they have a beautiful house. My mother said, oh, this is a really beautiful house. She used a Japanese word.
Yeah.
So, oh, this is Dippanaye. Beautiful house. Yoshikanes, and then we went to the Osatos, where we sang some songs, Japanese songs and English songs, and the Japanese songs, my mother certainly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So that was a good time.
So you had a lot of friends who were Japanese.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
How did you meet all these people?
Well, when we first went to Claremont, we met Chica Webb. Now she moved away closer to her sons. She had a daughter. And one Easter we invited the Webbs and their children, their older children, and Phil said he was teaching at Harimat. And they moved to Toronto and came back to California. And we had Easter egg hunt at that time. But Chica Webb and her daughter, Mieko, we call her Mibo, came at that time. But unfortunately, Mieko passed away. But Chica moved to be near her.
And so through Chieko you met all of these other people? Or
No, we met them through different
different places?
Yeah. Every now and then we meet. But we met Mitzi Okazaki at Nagako Lorenz.
Uh-huh.
Nagako is from Japan, and she was seamstress, and she sewed for many of the Claremont people.
Yeah.
And a woman who taught kindergarten at Pomona School, where I substituted and taught, Nagako volunteered there and showed the people how you can make silk out of silkworms.
Oh, wow.
And they had a mulberry tree at the school kindergarten
Wow.
grounds.
That's neat.
So that was interesting for the
Yeah,
children.
Yeah.
So that was a fun time.
Do you think you made friends with other Japanese people more easily?
Not necessarily. It's just that from one person we meet another person.
And then before you know
Yeah.
it, you have a whole network.
But now, as I mentioned, several of them, like Mitsuo Okazaki passed away, and then Jane Sahara passed away, and Lindsay's her mother. So we're all getting older.
Yeah.
But it was nice that we did meet them, some Japanese people. If not, we would not have met.
Yeah.
But then, like the Campbells, who hired my husband, Mitz, at Harimat, they knew about Japanese people, Japanese food, and all that.
But do you think you had a different kind of relationship with them than you had with your Japanese friends?
Well, in some respects, because, being Japanese people, some foods are different. Like, I'm not sure, maybe the Campbells ate ohagi because they've gone to Japan several times. And they know about sushi. When they had a party at Padre Hills for his birthday or something, they had sushi that Nagako made and ordered, for Art Campbell's birthday or something like that. So that was in Claremont. Claremont is a excellent town to meet lots of different people. We met like Carol Jones, whose father taught in the Japanese studies at Pomona. She's retired, but so.
What about the community of Asian American professors in Claremont?
We meet some of them because there are because some of the talks that they invited speakers. That's how we met Linus Yamani, who's at Pitzer. Of course, we met Sam Yamashita, Professor Sam at Pomona, and Lynn Miyake, and who else at Pomona? And there were several more at Pomona who left a few years ago. But Sam Yamashita, Lynn Miyake, and Linus Yamani, those are the three that we know very well.
Mm-hmm.
They order, when they have refreshments, they order food from sushi place up on Foothill.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know does Lynn Miyake teach a Japanese language class or just literature?
Yeah, language.
Language too.
Yeah, I think mostly language.
Mm.
Yeah. What do you think is your favorite Japanese food?
My favorite Japanese food? That is difficult. Favorite. Maybe sukiyaki.
Yeah.
One of my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And unagi. It's nice that we can purchase unagi, at Maracay.
Yeah.
It's about $10, $9. And we always have it in our freezer, so when we need it, quick dinner.
Yeah. Did your mother make a lot of Japanese food growing up?
Well, we did have, she was very good in making sushi. Maki sushi, rolled sushi, and then oshi sushi. I have a press, sushi press. There are 3 different designs. Then you put the rice in, and you put unagi or anything, shrimp or whatever. On the top, you put eggs and something yellow, something green, and something, yellow, green, and red on the top. And it looks very pretty. It's 3 different designs.
Yes, yeah.
So I still have those equipment. I have the roll sushi, but I don't do that, And we make, many places sell Spam musubi.
Mm-hmm.
Open a can of Spam, fry it a little, put some soy sauce, and put it on rice, and roll it. We have a container. It's easy to make.
Yeah.
So, but we basically eat rice like every other night. But we like Chinese food too,
Yeah.
and Korean kalbi, and Vietnamese. We're so fortunate in Claremont that we can
Have all the
eat
food.
so many different types of food.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting hungry.
Do you think Keith gets his love of food from you?
No, I don't know where he learned to cook, but he's a good cook.
Yeah.
Excellent cook. We like also Italian food.
Yeah.
There's the next kind of food that we like.
Yeah.
I have a lot of boxes of spaghetti at home,
Yeah.
but often it's the bottled sauce. Comes in handy.
Yeah.
So you can just boil the spaghetti and open the bottled sauce and put some meat in it.
Yeah.
There's a quick meal.
Okay. Should we stop for today?
Mm,
You want to stop for today?
whenever you want to.
Okay. We can stop for today and then we'll do it more next